Good morning.
Good morning.
How are we?
Good morning.
Today, this is episode 2 with Joel from August,
What's up, guys? Happy to be here.
otherwise known as 2000 Serene on Instagram. How we feeling?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, guys.
Another great day.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for coming.
So, wanted to keep it kind of short and sweet, but also get to know you a little bit better. So, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Joel. These guys know me through August. Good customers, became homies. So I run the day-to-day there, store manager. It kind of influxed into being able to do custom New Era hat designs. So, yeah, kind of just jack of all trades, master of none at this point.
Hell yeah. So, kind of wanted to get into the first question being, where does 2000 Serene come from?
You're probably going to expect it to be a way better story than it is, but when I first started doing I had a vintage website, and I mainly, I guess you could say, specialized in more high-end t-shirts, and it just stemmed from being stuff that I really liked. And what I would do is kind of put a stranglehold on eBay. I'd buy up every one, wait 6 months until there was none available, and then list them for whatever price I wanted because, you couldn't find any other ones.
Yeah.
But so it stems from the vintage reselling aspect at first, and it mainly is just because I didn't want to have the corny name that was 608 t-shirt reseller vintage boy. So I kind of just thought it up as 2000 was the millennium, and Serene is just a better time to me. So it's just kind of stems from a better era, a better feeling about I don't know. It's nothing too deep, but yeah. And then it kind of just stuck. I thought about changing it once I kind of quit the vintage reselling thing, but I don't know.
You're done reselling?
Yeah, I don't. It takes a lot of time, and then it's pretty watered down now. I don't know. At that point, it hadn't really reached its peak yet.
Yeah.
And it's more time than it's worth now.
I think that answered my question, which was how you got into vintage reselling.
So it honestly was just, I remember the first thing I bought was maybe 2012. I bought a vintage Marlboro cigarette t-shirt off eBay. And then it kind of expanded. I used to love WWF, WWE, wrestling. My mom would never let me get the t-shirts. She'd be like, oh, that's not a good look. I could watch it, but I couldn't get the clothing. So then I remember I bought a Stone Cold shirt, one that my buddy had when we were kids. And so yeah, that was kind of a FU, where it's you don't want me wearing vintage wrestling or wearing wrestling t-shirts when I'm 8 years old. How do you feel about me wearing them when I'm 30? But yeah, no. And then it's crazy. Even then, maybe 2013, I used to grab them for $25-$30, and now some of the same shirts that I sold are $200 if you can even find them.
Damn.
Yeah. Hindsight's 2020, but
that's nuts.
dude, yeah, it's like I said, I used to just kind of. It wasn't that I would whack people in the head with the prices. It was just that's what I felt it was worth. Or if you curate something where you get 10 t-shirts together, on the low end one's $20, the high end one's $50. You got 10 of them. They're all in a nicely procured collection. They're all worth $50, and no one's gonna ask questions.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's smart, because we did look at your Instagram deeper into
Oh,
there.
yeah.
And there was the t-shirt collection.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff
archived.
but no, yeah, some of the, and people would ask, I'd meet people more recently, once Single Stitch opened, and they'd be like,
Shout out Single Stitch.
yeah, they'd be like, oh, you had bangers since back, and I was like, they were $30 t-shirts back then. It was just shit that I related to, that I thought was cool. And a lot of it was I wanted one for myself, and then if I can, get 2 other ones for cheap, sell them.
Right.
Mine's free.
Yeah. exactly.
But yeah, it wasn't like now there's people, you know, like I fuck with Nirvana, like I have a Kurt Cobain shirt, but now it's like there's people that it's like turned into Supreme where people only want a Nirvana shirt for like the status symbol where it's like, oh, this is $1,000.
Yep. So kind of explain August to somebody who's never been there or doesn't know what August is.
So I was, I guess I'd say I was a longtime customer. You know, I'd go in there, even if there wasn't necessarily always something that I wanted to buy. It was like I fucked with the foresight and like the community.
Yep.
And you know, I just maybe grab something that I wouldn't usually buy just to like support, because like I'd come in there, chop it up with Rob, chop it up with Jack. Shout out to Alex, the former manager. But I just like respected what it was doing for like the culture and like having like, I don't know, this kind of like safe haven for like trying to put on for like creators and like people like that were like-minded. And then yeah, we would do, it was called August Artifacts. It was like a kind of like resale like pop-up event. It'd be one day, and I would come in with the, you know, like the finely curated vintage tees where, like I said, it was like a lot of people didn't understand it at the time. You know, they spend $500 on a pair of Jordans, but it's like this Sade shirt that you can't find anywhere else. Like, why are you asking $250 for it?
Right.
Like, find it somewhere else. It's $400. But then that kind of just stemmed to me and Rob were always homies, and then I had a good job, I guess I would say, but like it was fucking miserable. You know, it wasn't anything like that I looked forward to doing in the morning. And we were just out for some drinks, and Rob told me that Alex, the former manager, was going to be moving to New York. And he's like, oh, like, would you want to just take over the store?
Huh.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it was like, it was kind of a lot thrown at me at once, where it was like, I didn't know any of like the day-to-day protocol. And then all of a sudden it was like, I had all this shit I had to do. So it was like, it was a blessing, but like overwhelming to say the least.
At first,
yeah. You know, and you have to like toe the line between being the homie and like being a friend, and then like also like having to like delegate tasks on somebody, and that's like kind of what I struggle with, you know.
Yeah.
I don't want to be an asshole, but yeah. So I guess it just all worked out like that. Yeah.
That's amazing. Is it my turn? What's your favorite piece from August?
Like currently or like in general?
Just ever. What's like your favorite piece you've ever bought? Or, yeah.
It was probably, I think it was 2 years ago, like fall winter. Awake did like it's almost like the style of like the classic like Dickies shop jacket, but it's tan and it has dragons embroidered on the front. It's a Awake piece. I really love Awake. I feel like not so much the graphic tees, but like when they hit, they really hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say that's probably it. Yeah.
What about right now?
I really like the Silent Hill online ceramic stuff.
Online ceramics is I don't. No, I bought the pencils pants. I wanted to get some online ceramic stuff, but
yeah. So it was like, I remember that was the first place I'd ever heard of it. I grabbed a T-shirt, and I guess on some hypebeast type shit, the girl was like, "Oh, Virgil Abloh just wore this shirt DJing," and I was like, "Oh, tell me more," you know. And so it kind of just got too watered down in a sense, where it was like this similar shit over and over.
Right.
You know, like it's like a teddy bear, and it says like, "Be a good person," and like recycle your trash.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, like this is cool, but like I'm over it. And then when they started doing, you know, they do like the A24 movie stuff, and then like I feel like that's where they really excel, is like, you know, doing like this type of stuff, Silent Hill 2, where it's like the kind,
niche,
nice, like hippie aesthetic, but then they mix it with like horror or like completely opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah, it's super sick. What would be your top 5 2023 summer pickups at August?
Honestly, I'm fucking with these. The Asics right now. But it's hard to say. I feel like for me, I've gotten so selective about like clothing.
Yeah.
I like a lot of like blank stuff, and I feel like a lot of it is just like finding your uniform and like knowing like what fits you the best. We recently got Gramici in, so I like a lot of their stuff, the shorts, the pants.
I picked up a pair of shorts.
Yep, I got those same shorts. But yeah, just like well made, like basic stuff that like the price point is like justified in the amount that you're gonna wear it.
Yeah.
I always love the ACG stuff, the ACG pants. I don't know. I feel like, you know, it's kind of got burnt out at this point, but like you can't go wrong with like Boston, Birkenstock, like Boston, the slides, you know, throw them on. Yeah, I can't think of anything too precise, I guess.
What do you think of Kid Super? Opinions on Kid Super? Do you have any Kid Super?
I don't know if I have to plead the fifth on that one. I like it and I respect like his brand vision, all of that. I feel like it kind of went the way as a lot of brands do.
Yeah.
Where they get the notoriety, they get the audience, and then they start cutting corners.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I have currently is like you probably know it, that like trouser pant that's like the divided plaid where it's all like sewn together. But I don't know. We've had issues where it's like construction issues, you know, where like a button will pop off something, or like
Okay.
I give them credit for not just printing on the same blank that's like already tried and true. Like they're trying something new, but I don't know. I feel like I think it's cool and like it looks fire on people. A lot of things aren't for me because like I don't know. I can find merit in things and then be able to justify that it's like, this is cool, but it's not my style.
Yep.
Like I said, the only thing I would ever have an issue with is like a brand gaining fans and like gaining like a fan base, like
and
loyalty, and then they just shit out on the quality.
Yeah. Yep.
But like I said, no hate. Like I respect him. Like I respect what he was able to build, and like the stuff he does is super cool. You know, like the fashion show with like the comedians and like the little videos and stuff he puts together. I fuck with it, but like I said, the only issue I would ever have is like
losing quality.
That's how you become a flash in the pan. You know, where it's like people start to know you from this shit, or like, you know, it might even be like now your consumer is not the person that's focused on quality. They're like, oh, they did the Louis Vuitton shit. It's like, you know, some fucking frat boy that's gonna lose the shit.
It loses
anyway.
quality,
but
people start paying for a name.
Yeah.
Right.
Or like you just want everything to be consistent from like drop to drop. Like you get one pair of pants, oh, these are fire. Then you order something online or something that's like a similar cut, everything, and then it's completely different.
I feel you.
And that's just like any brand in general.
Right.
So that brings us to the next part. You mentioned the Birkenstock Bostons. So that's going to bring us to Drip Flipper Skip. We have the first shoe being the Yeezy Foam Runners.
And the Birkenstock Boston.
And then we also have you seen the Frank Lloyd Wright collab with New Balance?
No, I'm not hip. Remember they did I think it was a Matisse collab where it had the eyeballs on the toes, and I wanted those. My size was sold out.
The what collab?
It was a Matisse.
Matisse collab?
Yeah.
New Balance?
No, it was a Birkenstock. They did like an artist series.
What?
Yeah. One has like the spooky old house on the toes, and the other one has the two eyeballs right on the toes. They're fire.
I have not seen those at all. It's these. Those are the Frank Lloyd Wright collab.
It's with the collab with the foundation.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I fuck with Frank Lloyd Wright, like crazy designs and stuff, and obviously like the Wisconsin tie-in, but I feel like it's just more so that I don't really like that model.
So that would be a flip or a skip
That
for
would be
you?
a skip.
Skip. What about the Yeezy Foam Runners?
It goes into what I was talking to you guys about earlier, where like I love that shoe, like they're cool, but the more you see something,
The less cool it becomes.
Yeah, and it's like when it's something like out there like that, like I used to love foam posits, and then it was like I liked them because people would be like, "What the fuck are those? Like those are ugly."
Yep.
And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, they're hard." you know. But then like when they become like socially like accepted by everybody, it's like,
Oh, wow, everybody
I don't
has
know.
them now.
You don't want to be like, oh, I'm trying, like I don't want anything that anybody else has, but like it's one of those things. Yeah, when you see it too much, it just becomes like less special.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like when you get a new car and then you see everybody with the same car as you. You're like,
Dude,
fuck.
yeah.
And everybody had the car already, but you just didn't notice because you just got the car.
Yep.
That's kind of how I felt about like the Wave Runner, like the 700.
Okay.
I love that shoe. I'd wear it a ton, and then they restocked it for like the third time, and I saw 3 people wearing it on the walk home, and I was like, I don't want to wear this as like a conversation starter. You know?
Right.
Like I just think I fuck with it, you know, like
It becomes the meta.
yeah.
So is it a flip?
The foam runner,
Yeah.
I'll just leave it.
You just
Yeah, I'm not trying to spend my time on Yeezy fucking supply and get confirmed and shit like that. They fucking Yeezy fucking baptized, fucking Brist, fucking. It's a whole afternoon, dude. Fucking Yeezy Bar Mitzvah. Oh, I guess no, that's probably not true. He was he had some negative words to say.
He
so,
did.
yeah. But I'm not trying to get confirmed today, unless a check comes with it.
then
What about the Bostons?
Oh, I acknowledge that it's like the fuckboy frat shoe, but it's like how you put it together, and they're so easy to put on,
Yeah.
and they're actually well made.
Yep.
You know, like I feel like it's all about like how you style it. Like if you're wearing like long Nike socks and fucking b-ball shorts, like I'm not really fucking with it. But like, you know, some like baggy or denim.
Rob
like,
came into the store and he had some very nice jeans on with the.
Yeah. I feel like
the
wearing it with
gray
like
ones, I was like,
pants or like,
sheesh.
you know, I have a pair of like vintage military pants that are like
Yep.
the olive green. I feel like they look good with pants. I feel like it's the same as like the Panda Dunk where it got so overdone.
Yeah.
It's not a bad shoe, but like it needs to just be like the unlockable fucking My Player 2K shoe
Yep.
where you build the outfit around that, where like that's not the main part of your outfit.
Yeah.
Like it's just you build around that. Like it's not bad, but like I don't know. It should be like the minimal part of your shit, you know,
Yep.
like you build around that.
Yep. Don't make it be the staple
Yeah,
piece.
exactly.
So, are you a sneakerhead? Or a little bit?
I've tried to shake it, but yeah, that was I've been collecting shoes since. I don't think I've ever told you guys how old I am.
Said 30.
I'm 32.
32.
32.
So yeah, I've been collecting. I did the whole fucking shoe store circuit. Worked at Foot Locker, then Finish Line, and so that was kind of like another thing that like, you know, everybody at August that works there is like on the tip of fashion,
Right.
but none of them are like into shoes. So it was, you know, like we'll be doing the buys. I'm like, no, so like you get this silhouette, this color. It has to have, you know, like white toe box, color wrapping around, or like you get the pennies in. You got to get the original colorway. Like not every colorway is created equal. So like I've always just loved the shit. And then like when it was like counterculture. And then when it became more mainstream, like I tried to shake it, but like, I don't know, you know, I was always the type of person, I feel like there's the type of people that like, they want to know about something, so they ask other people.
Yeah.
I was the type of person where I'm on Google, just like, I want to figure out very like addictive personality, where I'm like, all right, I like this. Now I want every fucking one. I want the past one. I want to learn everything about it, like where it was like stemmed from.
Yep.
But then yeah, when it became kind of more of like, you know, I remember there was like one sneaker documentary, and like I'd watch the shit out of it, and then it's like there's 10, and then there's like, and it's like the term like sneakerhead I feel like has like become like corny, and like, but like as much as I try to shake it, dude, like I love shoes and like the history behind
Yep.
it, and like the counterculture and everything about it.
You're good.
Joe just bought these Janoskis, and this is probably the first time he's worn them, and I've stepped on them 3 times so far.
Damn.
The Ninja threes.
Oh, they're not just not. No, yeah,
Yeah.
they're Nijas.
The Ninja threes. I don't know if those are in frame, but
Oh, they're going.
yeah, nice and clean.
With the
First
little-
time wearing them.
With a little Nautica on them.
Huh?
With a little Nautica sweater on them.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
White
I see
one.
you. I see you.
Custom
yeah.
cut jeans.
Oh yeah, these are the ABCD pant. What is the name
Oh.
of this brand?
Yeah, it's just ABC, but then they put D on the denim.
Yeah.
You know, they were in the
Damn,
meeting and they were
that's
like,
sick.
"Damn, bro, like ABC, like D for denim. I just got a pair too. I fuck with them. They're
You
nice.
do? Yeah. They were too long, so I cut the bottom. Yeah.
Gotta do it.
Gotta sometimes.
Joe always custom trims his pants, and they look sick.
Yeah.
Custom. Would you do a collab with a shoe company?
No.
No.
That's the one thing I wouldn't do because I know like kind of can't teach an old dog new tricks shit at this point where it's like I feel like it would be so hard to come up with something completely original.
Yep.
And like everything that I like is like I can't think of like a new like current model that I like. It's all like I like these. I like the protection pack, New Balance, like stuff like that. But like I know just what I like at this point. You know, it's like original Jordans in original colorways, and like I feel like I can't expand on that. And, like I get that, you know, where it's like you can't recreate greatness. Like, it's so perfect how it is that like I'm not an idiot. Like, you know, like I'll do anything else besides a shoe. Or if I was to do a shoe,
I was gonna say if you had to do a shoe, who would it be with?
okay, so kind of hush hush, I guess, at this point, but the same rep that works for New Era is the rep for Saucony. So I want to do like a custom like Saucony, and I feel like it, you know, like everybody wants to do like Nike, Jordan, like that'd be cool.
Yeah,
But, like
I would
going
rather
to the
do a
underdog,
cooler
going to the
brand,
underdog, and then like making something that people want is like so much more special. You know, like J Tips does all the New Eras, and then he did that Saucony, you know, and it was like we got that in, it sold out immediately. It's like I don't know, I feel like it brings more value to yourself to be able to like take something slept on and like bring it to the forefront.
Yep.
But like a lot of the shoes, you know, I'll see them like they're good models. Like I fuck with Saucony, like they've always been cool. Like they sent us all like pairs, and but it's like I'm like this model will be sick, but it's like white leather with like lime green and royal blue. Like you put like some tan suede on this, like some burgundy, like more lifestyle colorways, like it's like going, you know. And like also like if somebody was like down to fuck with that and I was able to make like, you can bet me and all my homies, like I would, that's the only thing I would wear, you know. I'd be like, fuck these other shoes, like they're cool, but now I don't fuck with them at all. Like it's just kind of one of those things, you know, when like the love is reciprocated, it makes it mean so much more.
What would be the go-to brand for you for like just pants in general, like jeans? What would be like the favorite jean?
Pants is tough. I splurged on the neighborhood denim, and I knew like.
Are you familiar with neighborhood?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I have a
so,
couple
like,
pieces.
Yeah, so I guess it's all made in Japan. They it's kind of a more recent carry. I guess we got it like last holiday season.
Yeah.
But a lot of people where they're like, oh, there's just a plain t-shirt or like a blank like sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Why is it priced so high? I like straight differently where I'm like, I would rather spend that much on like something that I could just wear all the time rather than like a graphic. So yeah, you know, I got it's like a completely like reconstructed like salvage denim that's like all the stress, and I think retail was like $6 something.
Damn.
Like I got my discount on it, and then they did a crew neck that's like all distressed. Like, you know, a person came in and they're like, who put their fucking old sweatshirt back on the rack and walked out with something else? Which like I see both sides of it, but then like if you really look at it from like a clothing lover standpoint, you know, like you see where like you can fake distressing, like you can tell when it's done right and like takes time, you know, where it's like sashiko stitch, where it's like all, you know, like not just a American Eagle fucking jeans where they rip a hole in it and then like stitch it back up. But yeah, I guess I've worn the shit out of those, but other than that, it kind of like ranges. Like I like Stan Ray's, the fist kind of like varies from I guess style to style, but I don't know, I've always been a fan of like weird pants. Like I'd rather just wear like a standout pant and like a plain t-shirt, because I feel like it's more of like a statement piece than just like wearing a regular pair of jeans, like a graphic tee.
Yeah.
If you have a plain t-shirt and like a crazy pair of pants, it's more of like a conversation starter.
Right.
What are the pants today?
Oh, these are Stussy. They're from the new collection.
Sick.
They got the middle school fucking.
I was gonna say I saw the S.
The detention S on them.
I love Stussy. I have a lot of.
Oh, I agree, but past couple weeks, dude, it's been killing my love for it.
Yeah.
It's become like a TikTok brand.
What?
It's like middle school kids will come in and be like, "Do you guys have Stussy?" Like literally, like the past like 2 weeks, it'll be a bunch of like 12-year-olds. They'll all come in, buy a Stussy shirt, and all put them on. It's like become like
The Thrasher.
It's become like it's become like the reseller sneaker.
No.
But even when I really liked it, like I have a couple of vintage pieces, but like the newer stuff, I like the cut and sew and like the stuff that doesn't say Stussy like huge on it. But no, it's definitely I'm just like, fuck. Me and Andrew, dude, I work with, we're talking about, we're like, he loves it too, and I was like, bro, I guess we're off Stussy, we're back on Brain Dead. Brain Dead's been coming, you gotta switch it up.
Well, the pieces I have from Stussy, I have like almost no branding.
You got that?
Like
you got that
hit.
crocheted button up, didn't you?
I did.
I remember, dude. I
wear that.
I take pride in knowing like the people that I fuck with in the store that come in. Like I'll learn the stuff that I know is them, and like I feel like they value that. You know, it's like more of like a personal experience.
Yeah.
There's so many times I've came in and you were like, "Hey, I saw this. I was like, oh he would like this."
Yeah, and like even like you stayed in the pleasures, and I remember like doing the pleasures by and being like, nope, grab this. Joe will buy this.
You were right.
I got a lot of pleasure stuff.
Yeah.
I love pleasures.
I got a couple cardigans.
What would be your overall favorite thing about Madison? You said you're not from here.
It's from a small town.
I feel like anywhere you go, a lot of people like they have delusions of grandeur, like the grass is always greener. Like they're like, oh, my life's fucked here. So like, let me move to New York or fucking LA. It's like your problems are gonna follow you. It's like it is what you make of it. It's like I feel like there is like a really up and coming scene of like people that are creative and like genuine people. And I like just the size overall. I would say it's like there's enough going on, but it's not like too hectic. Like. Obviously, the rent's getting high, but it's like you tell that somebody lives in Chicago and they're like, "Oh, damn, that's a steal," So it's just the world that we live in general. But I feel like where you are, like it's what you make it. Yeah. I don't know. I fuck with Madison.
I would agree, 100%.
Favorite place to eat? I'm a fat boy. I gotta find places.
What type of cuisine are we just going overall?
Do we want to do like top 3?
I eat everything.
I really fuck with Dottie's.
Gotta have Dottie's.
Damn, I haven't been there in so long.
Slap, dude.
Dottie dumplings.
Yeah, they got like the little beer flight you can get. It's like fucking 4 or 5 little sample beers, like $10.
I love their ranch.
Their curd slap too.
Their ranch.
I used to love 107 State. Then I went there one day and they fucking changed everything I liked about it. They raised the price on the menu. They took my favorite pasta off. I was like,
what is it?
107 State. It's like a burger and pasta bar, but it was like authentic, like New York pasta.
Huh.
And I sit down. I'm like. Also, it was the day that fucking. Why can I not think? Oh, I'm slipping. I can't think of it. 03 Greedo. Who's dude that he rapped with?
Oh, Jeezy.
No, dude that died.
Mac P?
No, why can I not think? This fucking. I don't know. I'm slipping, but it's the day the dude died, so I was already like
down bad.
Yeah, and then we went there. We tried to go like 3 places, couldn't get food anywhere, and I sit down and all the prices are like $7 more on the menu.
No.
My favorite thing is off, and I'm like, yeah, I noticed you guys changed up the menu. And I was like, yeah, you took like you raised the prices up quite a bit, and like my favorite thing's off. And he's like, well, we could have like the chefs make it. And I was like, oh man, I think I'm just gonna have to come back. And he was so like taken back, but I'm like, dude, I would tell so many people to go there.
Yeah.
They really fucked it up.
That wasn't Tudo's, is it?
No. It's called 107 State,
State?
and that's the address.
Huh.
Trying to think what else.
Like Paul's?
You don't like
I
Paul's?
fuck with Paul's. It's inconsistent, dude. Sometimes your shit's in like a bath. Like I mean, I guess if you're like, it's like, like let me get a towel with this shit, bro.
No way.
I don't know, for like quick like bar food, I think Hawks is pretty solid.
Hawks.
Yeah, but I like Lucille. Caseta. You been to Caseta?
No.
It's up on the square. It's this sandwich shop. They have weird ass hours. They're only open from like 10 to 2. But dude, I'm telling you, the most hitting sandwich you'll ever get.
How is it spelled?
I think it's Casetta. But I went in there, it was called like the Hoboken, and it's like everything they make fresh every day. So it's like thinly sliced roast beef with fresh mozzarella on it, and then they make like the sauce was like almost like how you prepare like a coleslaw, but then it was like the peppers that you put on like an Italian beef.
Oh,
dude, it's so good. It's so good. Check it out.
I'm gonna have to, yeah.
Dude that I recognized that worked there was in the store today, and I was like, bro, you work at Caseta, don't you? We started talking. I was like, bro, we gotta get collab. Let me get a sandwich. Like they have hard ass merch too. Like they did t-shirts and they're hard. I was like, dude, we gotta get like a t-shirt.
A Caseta August collab.
Yeah,
that would be.
Dude, like let me make a Sammy, dude. Like no, like you can see him right in the back. Like all the shit's like they got like the big ass fucking piece of mozzarella, like all like the texture is crazy. It's like, and the price isn't even that crazy. You get like a big ass sandwich. They cut it in half. You'd easily eat half, save the other half. Like a drink and a bag of chips. It's like $14.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
No. I can imagine some fire collab t-shirts.
Oh yeah, no, their merch is already sick. Hard. I was like, damn. Like they shot like a little lookbook. I was like, damn, okay.
Hey.
Right, shout out Caseta then.
Yeah, it's fire.
I'm gonna try it.
So we were out of questions. And
we're
stop if you want.
30 minutes.
We're at 30 minutes. Wow.
That's a perfect episode.
Is there anything you want to know about us though? Quickly or
interviewee interviews?
Yeah.
It's kind of an on-the-spot question, but if you can think of one piece of media, be it video game, music, movie, that influenced you the most in like your growing form as like a youth.
Ooh.
Or it could be a couple.
Ooh. That's really good. Yeah, because I guess we're that generation that really grew up with everything.
Damn. That is a good question. That is a really good question.
I know I'm old, bro. Like I remember staying over at my grandma's house, and my cousin was always cool as fuck, and he stayed at my grandma's crib, but like he'd never be there. So I kick it in his room. I remember found Kids on VHS. Watched that when I was like way too young that I should have been watching it. Like he had a Dreamcast. I'd fucking play Jet Grind Radio and like all that shit, and he had Backyard Wrestling VHS and shit. And I was like, damn, I don't know what this is, but this shit's cool as fuck.
Alright. Rob Zombie. Because when I was
movies or music?
Music. I was never allowed to watch movies, but my parents would let me fucking jam out in the living room too. Like the first couple like big albums that he had where like it's the zombie cartoons on the cover. Yeah. We had the CD. We had like the big home radio. My dad, in the house my parents built, he had like speakers all throughout the living room. And it was that I was always allowed to listen to for some fucking reason. Dig through the ditches. And yeah. That fucking Black Eyed Peas album with like all the goated songs on it. It was the black with the green head.
You were trying to get it started.
Van Halen was huge. Pulp Fiction, all the mob movies. Watched those way too early, probably. Yeah, I was never too big on games. And I never really gamed that much besides Minecraft. For sure, I was a Minecraft kid. I had the creeper shirt and shit. Oh yeah.
I didn't play video games. My little brother did, but I didn't really watch movies outside of Star Wars. Anything Marvel. I loved those.
You see the new Spider-Man?
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it yet either, dude. I have no friends.
My homie
Most of them
said it was
Dude,
gas.
I'll see them.
I've heard it's fire. I love the Miles Morales, like the past one.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't really fuck with Marvel movies, to be honest. There's like too many. Dude, that's what always happens when there's like too much going on before I get into it. I get like intimidated, and I'm like, it's too late for me to get into this.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I love the other one, like the aesthetic of it and just like the animation's so good.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, outside of that, music-wise, Tyler the Creator, Call Me If You Get Lost album really opened up my art side. Outside of that, I just like a sporty kid. So yeah,
This little bass breakdown is funky as hell. Wait,
this is Thundercat.
That's a Thundercat riff.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Beastrumentals playlist on Apple Music and Spotify, by the way.
Shout out.
I think this has been good. It was a pleasure to finally chop it up and
thanks for having me.
talk to you. Thanks for the hats.
Thanks for coming.
Joel slid by with the hats. Go shout out August Hop on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Gonna get the little shameless plugs in. Let us know what you got going on, what to look forward to.
_ August Shop, 2000 Serene on Instagram. Other than that, man, I'm just a boring old man, fucking hitting my vape, drinking my tequila, getting my fucking shut eye, you know, nothing too crazy.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty.
Yes.
Alright, buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yes, sir.
Next episode is Saturday. And this one will probably be up in about a week. So, later.